Joining us now is Peter Gianulis, who is CEO of Allegiant Gold. Actually, they're going under a rebranding to A2 Gold, which we'll hear a little bit about today. Peter, for viewers who are new to Allegiant Gold, can you give us a company overview? What do you do, and what makes Nevada such an attractive jurisdiction for mining?
Yeah, Allegiant Gold has been around for about 7 years as Allegiant Gold. It used to be part of Columbus Gold before they spun off into two entities, one becoming Aurea and one becoming Allegiant Gold. I became CEO of Allegiant Gold in the end of 2019. Historically, Allegiant Gold was a project generator, and when I took over, I started selling the non-core assets to focus on our main asset, which is Eastside, which is about 20 minutes northwest outside of the town of Tonopah. And today, our main business plan is essentially to develop a very large-scale open pit heap leach oxide deposit outside of Tonopah. Today, we have about 1.5 million ounces of gold, about 9 million ounces of silver. Today, our entire business plan is focused on growing that to a much larger size. Why Nevada? Nevada is just an amazing place to operate. It has all the infrastructure in place: water, electricity, highways, service providers, and every single major company, essentially gold major operates there: Kinross, Newmont, Barrick, Anglo, Agnico Eagle. So it's a pretty good place to operate.
Well, you mentioned Kinross. They've actually increased their stake to nearly 10% of the company.
Yeah.
What does it mean when one of the world's largest producers writes a big check and becomes a large shareholder?
It's a great vote of confidence, to be fair. We have a very good relationship with Kinross. They're one of their largest mines. Round Mountain is very close to us. We have a technical committee advisory meeting with them, so they're very much involved in terms of the development of Eastside. They provide a lot of guidance and a lot of information that they have having operated in Nevada for quite a long time, in a very large open pit mine in Round Mountain. So it's a great vote of confidence for us. They're great partners to have, and I think we're very lucky. Now they've invested in 2 rounds with us in 2022, and just recently, last week, we closed a financing with them.
A $10.5 million gold financing.
Correct.
Now, with gold prices where they're at, it's crossed $3,600 per ounce for spot price. How does the environment change the game for a company like Allegiant, and what opportunities does it create that maybe weren't there a year ago?
Well, I think it changes Allegiant more than any other junior, because historically we've been a very conservative exploration company, and we have been reluctant to dilute over the past 4 years. We had not done a financing to the open market until prior to 2021. So 2021 was our last financing. Then we just did one a few months ago, and then one just recently. For us, it changes dramatically, because now we are actually becoming an aggressive explorer. We're looking to expand dramatically. We're just started a core drilling program. We'll follow that up with a geophysics program, and then we'll follow that up with a very large-scale RC program. As opposed to taking it very cautiously over the last 3 to 4 years, I think what has changed with us, and with myself in particular, is we're now looking to become very, very aggressive in expanding the resource. We've only touched on about 18% of the actual property. There's still so much more to explore and so much to uncover and to discover at Eastside. So we're pretty excited, and people that know me well know that I'm generally conservative, but I think we've changed the tone on how we're approaching Eastside, and we're hopeful that we can grow this resource to far larger.
Well, you have 13 million Canadian dollars in the treasury to fund Eastside. Can you walk us through your development plan? What are you going to be doing with this capital over the next, few months, years, as you get aggressive with exploration?
So we just started a 3-hole, 2,000-meter diamond core program to test the vertical extensions of our high-grade discovery that we made in 2021. So for a lot of investors have been asking why we haven't tested the deeper targets, and the primary reason is just cost and the markets. These are fairly expensive holes to drill diamond core down to 600 meters. It was clear that we should test this at some point in time, and we also have a lot more information of what's happening with Phase X at Round Mountain, and a major discovery that Kinross has made. So a lot of the information we're getting, while the public information that they're announcing, has helped us in actually understanding the vertical extensions of our own high grade deposit. So the first stages, and we just started, is drilling the high grade zone, and that, in my opinion, could be a major game changer in terms of the potential for an open pit heap leach oxide deposit, and then also an underground high grade deposit. The second thing we will be doing, and we'll probably be starting it any of these days, is a large scale property-wide geophysics program, which we had not done to date. And then based on the results and the interpretation of that geophysics, then we'll come up with a series of targets. And I think that the market should expect a very large scale exploration and expansion program of our two ore bodies, which is the McIntosh zone and the Castle zone. And I'll touch on the Castle zone because it's completely undrilled or underdrilled. And there's, we believe, significant expansion potential at the Castle today, which hosts about 350,000 ounces, but really we haven't drilled it that much. So we're going to be doing geophysics. And one of the most important things is we were just granted a plan of operations by the BLM to expand the permissible area we can drill from a 5-acre NOI to now close to 2,000 acres we can drill at Castle. So there'll be a lot of drilling at Castle, there'll be a lot of drilling at McIntosh, and there'll be a lot of drilling in the 8-kilometer strike length between that we haven't really tested. So a lot of expansion potential and a lot of exploration potential.
Well, thank you for that insight, Peter, and for being here.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Peter Gianulis of Allegiant Gold. You can go to allegiantgold.com and also search AUAU on the Venture Exchange as well. Thanks for watching.